All right, you guys. Hey, you guys, what's going on? This is Jonathan Bailey here, and this is day 11 of my 15 webinar series called Value Training Webinars. Now, today I'm going to talk about the beliefs and attitudes that you're going to need to really make sure, I just had to make sure something right there, to really make sure that you're able to get everything out of it as you need. But before I get into it, I have some kids that are over here that are banging on my door real quick. So let me just run and go tell them to stop it. They're all under the age of 10, and they are going to keep interrupting me. So let me go ahead and stop them here real quick. Just give me one moment. All right, thank you guys. I do appreciate that right here. So the kids are not going to come disturb me anymore. If you do hear some screaming, that's just a product of, working from home. But I'm okay with that because I'm here, just hanging out with them as well. So, but today is day 11 of my 15-day webinar series, and I really wanted to talk about the attitudes and belief that you must have in order for you to make it. Now, the reason why I even started doing these webinars is because when I first got in, I didn't know what I should be focused on. I didn't know what I needed to do to generate income. There's so many, how should I say it, overwhelmed information that is out there on what you should be doing, what you should be concentrating on. So many people have so many different things. So what I decided to do is to get a mentor. And I got a mentor, and he said, John, there's only 5 basic problems that are out there. And I said, oh, okay. He was like, these are the 5 things that you should always concentrate on anytime you open your mouth, anytime you make a post, anytime you write an email. It needs to be about one of these 5 things. So I said, okay. So he starts telling me, he was like, when somebody comes into multi-level marketing or traditional type of company, like Amway or Legal Shield or something like that, they're all told to make a list of their friends and family. Now, all of them, or I should say, all that are on the list is somebody that they know personally. So it can be the mailman, it can be the clerk, it can be the gas station attendants if you're in Oregon, because they pump your gas for you. So at church members. So pretty much anybody that you know personally, you want to write down. And then they're going to ask you to go through those names and ask them if they're open to a business opportunity or not. See, but that lasts anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks. But what happens after that? What happens when you're done going through all those people? That right there is a major problem. The major problem is not or harassing your friends and family. So that's the major problem. Number 1 is harassing your friends and family. Number 2 biggest problem is not generating any type of leads whatsoever. Leads are where somebody gives you their email address. That's the lead. Or they say that they're interested in your opportunity. That's the lead. The third one is getting leads to your traffic or to your article, to your video, or just to your blog site about your opportunities. So from moving somebody from Facebook all the way over to your video presentation, that's a major problem. People don't know how to do that. Another one is how to upsell somebody. Once they're in the opportunity, how do you get them to buy the bigger package? And I did go over that in another 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I went over there how to upsell somebody. There's really easy steps to follow if you stick with the formula. The 5th one is how to close somebody. A lot of people don't know how to close somebody. They feel like they have to be a salesperson, and you don't have to be a salesperson. All you have to do is understand what understand what their vision is and what their passion is. And then based off of what you have, then you can go ahead and do that. But those are the 5 major problems that all of this industry faces. It doesn't matter what company you're with. It doesn't matter If you're with Explosial, it doesn't matter if you're with Amway, it doesn't matter if you're with Legal Shield, it doesn't matter if you're in Power, it doesn't matter if you're with, you know, another company. All companies have the same type of problem. And that is why it's very crucial for you to focus on those 5 problems. You know, out of these 5 problems, I decided to create 15 different webinars that are based off of these. And today is all about belief. Today is all about attitude. And so you want to make sure that your attitude and belief system is correct, because whatever your thoughts are, whether if they're negative, then that's exactly what's going to come into your reality. If you think that person won't be a good fit for your company, but you don't really know that person or their circumstance, then that person is not going to join you because of your energy. And so it's very vital for you to go ahead and make sure that you understand how important it is to have a belief system and your attitude in check before you do that. And that's what this presentation is about. It's really about how you're able to calm down and to really focus on exactly what you need to focus on so you're able to help. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and put it in the comment box, and I will go ahead and look at it. If it is about the topic, I'll be more than happy to answer to it. If it happens to be off topic, then I will go ahead and private message you or private message me and ask that question, because I want to respect the time of people that are watching this and watching the replay. So again, this is John, and let's go ahead and start the presentation. All right, just give me 1 minute here. Let me see if there's any questions actually before we go ahead and get started here. So it looks like I have a 6-year-old in my room right now. So during my presentation, it's kind of cool. Are you okay, Brian? All right, go ahead and open the door. Just open it. Don't. There you go. All right, I'll be out there soon, okay? All right, bye, buddy. All right. Well, it looks like there's no questions here. So let me go ahead and jump right into the presentation. Let's see, where's my share? There it is. All right, so just give me 1 moment, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right. All right, so today is about the belief and the attitudes that you will need to be successful in anything. It really doesn't matter. It's not specifically for online marketing or internet marketing. It's really about your life. You need to have the belief and attitudes that you're able to do something. And if you want to go ahead and contact me, if we're not friends on Facebook, please go ahead and Facebook me, and then also send me a message as well. You can go to facebook.com/John B or John Bailey Going Places. You can go to my blog. You should check it out. It's called ConsciousCreatorBlog.com. You can go, and if you want to Skype me and talk personally, you can go to Jonathan.Bailey@793. If you do hear some yelling, some kids are outside of my window, so that's it. So, all right, so if you stick around to the very end of this presentation, there will be a bonus here for you. Just for tuning in, there's no purchase necessary. I just wanted to give you guys complete value and, you know, just give everything that I possibly know about your beliefs and attitudes. And so that's what I would like to do here for you guys. But make sure you stay till the very end here. So let's go ahead and talk about beliefs. Your beliefs affect your business, and when it's not serving you, you must change them. If you do not, it is going to be crucial. And I experienced this with my last business in 2012, where it fell drastically. But that's for another story here. And you are going to be able to make a lot more money and produce bigger results if your beliefs are aligned in the direction that you're going to help create the bigger results. You're going to be able to produce more effortlessly and more easily if you believe that you can do it. To become a top producer, you need to look at the beliefs and the values that you are going to determine your success. That is so crucial. A lot of people do not take their time out to really determine and to really focus on the values, because That's why there's so many crooked people out there that are in business, because they don't look at their value. They just trying to, get that money and everything like that. And that's not what it's about. It's about helping people and believing in people, and sharing your system that will make their lives a lot better. And so this is just one of the ways that you're able to, really truly believe in somebody, is to make sure that the beliefs affect, your business in a way that's going to result in a better you. And you want to be produced more effortlessly. Another way here is to pretty much align yourself. You you have to be aligned in a single direction if you want to accomplish any of your outcomes. If you want to create a big result, if you want to create a big team, if you want to like recruit a lot of people, then you must sell a lot of things. And that's one direction that you should always be going. This whole business is nothing but selling. And a lot of people are afraid of, well, I'm not a seller. I'm not like them. I'm not like her. I'm not like him. But you got to understand, selling is an art. Selling is a learned trait. You can take somebody who has no knowledge in it, and if you teach them the steps, teach them the psychology, teach them a lot of the things, what will happen is they will start understanding and becoming one of your top sellers. That's just exactly what it is. So your belief, the system in your mind, your values, all the way to your actions need to be complete in a total alignment. So everything from your thoughts to what you do behind the scenes to what you say in front of people, to all of that must be aligned before you accomplish anything. When your mind is filtered information and looking for things that aren't useful to use, it's going to create unconsciousness response in your body and mind that lead to the actions that results that you don't want to create. That's why being alignment is so important. It makes sense though. If you really think about a time where you wanted to, let's just say, make, hit that bonus at work or something like that, and you tried the whole time of hitting it, and then all of a sudden you realize you didn't hit it because when you were sitting in the car, or you're sitting at your desk, or sitting at your house eating, you realize, like, you know what? I'm gonna tell myself I'm not gonna make it. Or that voice in your head says, "Oh, you won't make it. You're not good enough to get that money. You're not good enough for that or that." That's unconscious response that I'm referring to, because right here is your unconscious mind is the one that's controlling it. So if you believe it and say, "I'm not worthy of it, I don't deserve it," then you're never going to get it. And that's just one of the things that you have to be, to really make it, is be in alignment with your message and your thoughts. Another thing that you want to have is belief in others. It's so crucial. If you don't believe people can actually do something, then you're never going to have people stick with you on your team. I have seen people join other opportunities where their upline has told them that they don't believe that they will actually make it. I mean, that's kind of cold in my opinion. That's like, excuse me, that's like telling a kid that they're going to amount to nothing. I mean, it's so wrong on every single level. There's no difference right here. And, people always have the ability to do more than you think. They just have to believe in themselves to have that ability to do it. And so that's why it's so important to aspire, to motivate, to, encourage people, to lift people up, because we as humans have the most amazing ability to do the things that we really want. I mean, the animals don't. They're stuck in that little phase. Well, we can go beyond our measure, go above and beyond. And those are the things that really make a difference in our, in our lives. What you believe about your list is important. When I mean list, I mean your email addresses that you get. What you believe about your leads are important. What you believe about your prospect is important. See, it doesn't really matter where they came from. Everybody is important. It doesn't matter if you walk up to somebody, you got that information, they're still important. It doesn't matter if you got them through cold traffic, they're still important. Everything that you do is very vital to your success. If you want to keep people around, you have to learn to believe in them, learn to believe in their ability, learn to believe what's possible for them, learn to believe what they can do. I mean, that's just like a parent, pretty much. They believe in their kids. They believe in the abilities that maybe somebody can't see. I know that when I got my mentor, he believed in me before I believed in myself. And that's what I'm talking about right here. He believed in me more than I did. But now I have this belief system because of him. And if he wasn't there, I would probably be struggling way worse. You know, I'm not struggling as bad anymore because he really helped me cut through the BS. But at that time where I got introduced to him, I was struggling a lot, and he believed in me, and he kept on showing it week after week, week after week, telling me I believed it until I learned to believe in myself. You know, so that is really good. So those are the four things that kind of like need to pay attention to. And, you know, we all self-sabotage it in a little bit. If you're on the phone with somebody and you're thinking, this person can't succeed at this, you know, this person sucks, and what is actually happening is unconsciously you're sabotaging the recruiting and the selling abilities if you believe those type of things about people. So if you believe, you get on the phone, let's just say that person right now only has $150, but they need $300 to get in your opportunity. A lot of the times people would just be like, you know what, it's not even worth it. I can't believe this. You know, you're just wasting my time. But somebody on the other hand, like me, who's been on the other end where they only had $150, but it cost $300 to get in, you know, I have actually sent people different ways. I'll ask for their email address if I don't have it already, and then I will send different ways that people is able to generate money. I will actually help them out because I know that this business is all about helping people. It's all about serving other people. And if I can just Google and then send them a list of 50 different ways to make money online, or like generate money somehow from your house, I mean, that's crucial because a lot of people don't take the time to do that. So if it takes me 10 seconds to go ahead and do that, don't you think that that person is going to, say that they appreciate me just for sending them that, or sending them a pure value video, or just sending them, different techniques that they're able to make money from? Don't you think that they would appreciate that a lot more rather than just me saying, you know what, I don't believe in you, click and hang up? No, if you take that time to go that extra step, you never know, because you never know, that person might come back to you in 3 months and go all in with you. And then all of a sudden take off in whatever opportunity you're with because you believed of them when they were at their lowest and they didn't have anything to provide. Everybody has something to give. And I truly do believe that. And so when I talk to people, I talk to them like they have already won or already have their dream job or their dream passion or whatever the case may be. Because when you connect people to their vision and their passion, they will never sabotage it. They won't, because now they see the outcome and now they start going for the outcome, which is great, because then when they join you, it's going to be less work for you to convince them to do something or tell them they should do that. And then everybody else that's underneath their downline is going to be like that as well. And so these are just some of the steps. These are the 4 things that you really want to pay attention to. Now, I really wanted to get in something a little bit more where I really want you guys to think, because at the end of this, you will have a little bit of homework, a little bit of assignment, but it's very easy assignment, because the way that this is set up is just to make you think. So I don't want you to take any notes or anything like that. I would like you to, remove all of your distractions. If you can move to a closet or, a different room, or the bathroom where you're still able to get signal so you're not disturbed, please go ahead and do that, because we're going to go over 14 steps that will help people overcome their belief limitations. And that's why this is so important here. So let's go ahead and jump on the first one. So the first one is positive intention. All behavior is unconscious, and the unconscious behavior has a positive intention, even when the behavior is negative. So what they're saying is, doesn't matter what you really do, because it's kind of like the yin and the yang thing, that once you do something negative, there has to be a positive to everything. And so this is really good. But my door just opened. Looks like the kids are playing, and it's going to be loud. So I do apologize. So just give me 1 second. All right, thank you for that. I do apologize. The kids are going crazy today. So that's okay. They're kids, though. They're all under the age of 10. And so they're just wasting a lot of energy right now before nap time or before bedtime. And I'm totally okay with that. So, yeah, so all behavior is unconscious, and all the unconscious behavior has a positive intention. And so that's very true, in my opinion. And number two thing, and the numbers, or I should say, step two is redefining. You want to redefine all there any characteristics of belief that could be redefined to mean something else. Let me go ahead and say that again. Are there any characteristics of belief that could be redefined to mean something else? So what this is talking about is, to me, is more of your true intention. What is your intention? What is your true intention? So the stuff you do behind closed doors where nobody sees you. Are you still motivating people, or are you talking crap about people? Are you really helping somebody move their life in a way that's going to better themselves and not just you? Because a lot of people will look at this industry and think, you know what, I'm going to redefine myself. And then they realize, that there's so much money to be made, and that's all they focus on rather than helping somebody or serving somebody. So are there any characteristics or disbelief that could be redefined to mean something else? So that's step two. So the number three one is consequences. What is the negative consequence of continuing to believe this that you believe in right now? So if you believe that there's no way to make money online, don't you think that's a consequence? Because if you could just Google money online or how to make money online, you're going to see a lot of people make a lot of money. So that right there should tell you it's not the product that doesn't work. It's the person behind the product that doesn't work. So in other words, you don't work. If you're not making any money and you're with a company where other people are making money, it has everything to do with you. Nothing to do with the products, everything to do with you. What other positive consequences of changing it? So what happens when you do change that, when you think, you know what, I can't make any money online, and then you see other people, and then you start, following in their footsteps, and then you start making some money. What is what positive is belief in life in general? If you start seeing what is pushing them, what is moving them to do that, they have a better strategy than you. Is it to put down for like paid average? What it really comes down to is they decided to change their belief and make that decision to say, I don't care about the consequences. I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I know consistency out trumps out there. And so that is step three, is just consequence. What is the negative consequence of continue to believe what you're? And number four is down. So what chunking down means is you're getting more specific in details about chunking. So it's more like, I want to make money. Okay, let's get a little bit more specific. How to make money online using Payday, more specific. And so you want to make sure that you always think that you do. So that's number 4. Help to overcome your belief is getting more specific on exactly what you're looking for, and not just, putting out in general. A lot of general is just shooting in the dark. It's not going to do you any good. So let's go ahead and see if we can get more down. And the next thing is chunking up. So pretty much this is just kind of the opposite, is going into more the abstract focus, and things like that. So it would really make it easier, if you did have that abstract there, instead of chunking up. So let's go ahead and just go right on to the next one to help overcome your belief limitations, which is counter examples. This is something that disproves your belief. Money online and you're not making it, but it's a counter example because it disbelieves your proof money. So they, it proves, I'm saying, if somebody's making it, then it just proved it to you right then and there that it can't get what you want. And so that's just that you can't overcome in your belief limit. The next thing is let's go ahead and create a metaphor. I really like this this picture because a duck out of water. I started laughing so hard. I really love this type of thing right here. It's pretty much a storytelling. 95% of sales is nothing but telling a story. If you really look at all the successful people, they tell stories. They're good at storytelling. And if you have a metaphor for different things within your business, it's so much easier for you to sell or to tell a story. It's because now when I bring people in my opportunity, I don't try to sell them on anything. I tell them what has worked for me, what has changed my life since I've got with this opportunity, and then let them make a one there. You have to convince somebody to join your opportunity. For my opinion, you're doing it wrong. You only want to create a metaphor when you're trying to help somebody or trying to educate somebody, not to try convince you or anything like that. And that's just one of the ways that people have overcome belief, is by creating a metaphor. That people do to overcome beliefs is I really like this one, is apply to self. So true. Apply a belief to itself, or with that belief. So yes, when you start believing in yourself, what do you think you're going to get? Like, for instance, like these webinars, I knew that I was going to be vulnerable. I knew that I was going to make mistakes. I knew times maybe my presentation's not on point like I, envision it. But the whole people on, and to believe in, just believe it, and more than I was beforehand. And since I've been doing these, I know, I believe your price just shot through the roof. So don't you think that when he's constantly, that the belief is going to come back to me, hit me with like, yes, John knows what he's doing. He's going to keep on doing it. He's going to keep on going. So that's what it means when I say apply to self. Whatever I believe in is going to come back to me. And so that's just one of the ways that help people to overcome their belief limitations. Another way that they do it is by changing your thoughts, you change your outcome, which is so important. What outcome is the belief leading to me? What is the change that outcome? What if I change what I'm aiming in my mind at? What if I change what I'm focused on? See, they all talk about changing, because if you're not getting something, if you're not generating leads, if you're not making any sales, you need to change what's going on. You need to change your thoughts to really help you to believe in yourself that you're able to get it. If you haven't been doing anything in business, but you're sitting there expecting an outcome, that's never going to happen. I'm sorry. I believe that if you want your reality, then you need to work for your reality or for your outcome. And so this is one of the ways that you can overcome your belief limitation is by changing that. And so another way that you can do that is, let's go ahead and go to the next slide here. Another way that you can help people to overcome belief limitations is hierarchy of a job, hierarchy of criteria, hierarchy of your business. It really doesn't matter. You just want to have a hierarchy. You want to reassess the belief based on one or more important criteria. And the reason why I have this slide is because it really does, kind of make you think of marketing in it 100%. And then they have to, trickle it down with the, with the things that are going on. And so if the marketing director does not believe it, then the regional manager will not believe it, and neither will the branch marketing, and neither will anybody else. So it's very important to reassess the belief and make sure that it's very important, to have that hierarchy to believe in what you're doing. If you are your only person, get accountability partner. If you are with somebody, go ahead and do it with your spouse. Excuse me. Go ahead and do it with your spouse, because you need a hierarchy that's going to really help you focus in. It's going to help you out and do everything. And so that's just one of the ways that you are able to help people overcome their belief limitations, is through a hierarchy. And another way is to what I like to call change frame setting. So pretty much this is all, pretty much it's the bigger you make the frame, the more meaning it changes. If you take that belief, you can make the bigger or frame bigger around that belief. You can change the meaning of the belief, and that the belief will change. So pretty much, you ever hear that story of where that fish was swimming, and you focus in on this on the small little fish, and then you open the lenses a little bit more, and then you see a bigger shark, or you see a bigger fish that's trying to eat the smaller fish. Then you open it a little bit more, and then you see a bigger fish eating the next biggest fish, eating that small fish. And then you see, open the frames a little bit more, and then you might see a dolphin going after these. And then you open it a little bit more, you might see a white shark going after going after the dolphin that's going after the bigger, then the smaller fish. And then you see a great white shark, huge, ginormous, black and white shark. And you see them going after the other shark, and then, down all the way down. And then you see that big old shark running away from fishermen. That to me is a change of frame size. The more that you believe in what you're seeing, instead of just this one small little thing, the bigger and the more belief that you will have in the whole picture of your outcome. And so I really like this analogy, because it really does make sense. You can change the meaning of the belief, and the belief will change. And so just like looking at that fish very small, now all of a sudden you see the much bigger picture that is showing the true nature of it. And so therefore you're changing the frame size, which is one of the reasons, or one of the things that you can do to help people overcome belief limitations. And another thing that you can do is what is called metaframe. So metaframe is kind of like is a bigger picture on how a belief fits into the world. So the world is huge, but when we take our camera and snap it, it's smaller. So that's what a metaphor or meta frame is. And this is just one of the ways that you're able to help people overcome belief limitations, is to have a metaframe, is the bigger picture on how the belief fits into the world. So the next thing is the model of the world. Keep calm and be a model. and be a role model. I didn't see that role model part. I got to remove that for my next presentation. But it's all right though. I'm human. It only, I make mistakes, so it's all good. So this is how you really see things versus what they really are. And that can really be chopped down to perspective. Bob Pope, or not Bob Pope, Bob Proctor talks about it all the time. He has had the same book in his hand for 50 something years. He reads it constantly. He knows it inside and out. But the reason why he says that he does it is because once he breaks through his personal level and gets to that next level, you're going to read that again, and now you're going to think differently than what it was before, even though you read the book a gazillion times. But the higher knowledge that you get, or perspective that you get, and you reread it again, you're not going to see the same things that you did before. You're going to see something else. And so this is very crucial to help people overcome their limitations. They may read a book, maybe Think and Grow Rich, one time, and then they might have a little tweak in their mind process, and then all of a sudden they reread it again, and then they get another one, and then another one, and another one, and it keeps growing up like that. And so that's the model of the world aspect that I'm really talking about, is that this looks at how you really see the world versus what is actually there. And so it really does help, to really get that model of the world, and you can help overcome people's limitation. So another way for you can help to overcome people's belief limitations is just reality. Is so many people do a lot of non-reality things where they have those goggles on and they create the reality. That's not a true reality. This is simply asking the questions: how do you know that this is belief is real? Just like those 3D, goggle things, like, how do you know this is real? How do you not know this is real? So these are some of the questions that you want to ask, yourself, because then you're able to overcome a lot of belief limitations by doing this. And your assignment here today is to walk through these process using the 14 steps with all the beliefs that are going to affect your business and your ongoing education, and just go through them. We talked about positive intention, redefining, who you are and what you truly believe in, your consequences of believing the same thing you're believing in now, chunking down, getting way more specific, chunking up, getting a little bit more abstract and focus on it. Counter example, disproving your belief as of right now because you see other people that are making it. So that just, trumped exactly what you thought, because you see other people make it on your team and in your company. Then you want to create a metaphor. Everybody talks in metaphor. If you really want to become good at storytelling, create metaphors out of anything. You can Google it on how to do it if you're not sure. You want to make sure you apply to self. Whatever you believe in is going to come back to you. So if you believe that you can't do it, that's exactly what's going to happen. You will not be able to do it. If you want to change the outcome, then you have to change the mind and what you're focusing on. In quantum physics, the wave particle theory, there's two worlds that simultaneously exist at the same time: everything that you do want and everything that you don't want. So if you focus on everything that you do not want, so if you don't, everything that you don't want. So the fear of rejection, the fear of loss. Will I provide for my family? Do I have enough money in the bank? Am I going to stress at work? Am I going to get fired at work? If you believe and focus everything on that, that is going to be your reality. If you focus on everything that you do want, you want the money, you want the, to wake up in the morning knowing you have 5 extra grand in your bank account and you don't have to stress. That is something that is amazing. When you wake up every morning and never have to worry about money, that right there trumps everything. You're able to go on vacation when you want to. You can go to the fancy restaurant, and take your spouse out or your loved ones out and just say, baby, I appreciate you. Those are the things, those are the outcomes that you want to focus on. And when you focus on those, it will come and be part of your reality as well. You know, we talking about the hierarchy. You want to make sure that your belief is very important. You know, you want to make sure that you're I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you want to just make sure your hierarchy is perfect. You know, and if you really need to change the frame size, you know, to make your frame a lot bigger rather than just a small little fish, you know, you want to make it bigger. You want to make it more bigger about yourself. Don't make it about yourself. Don't be that fish. Be, you know, something else. See the whole ocean. See what's going on. So that way you're able to make a better decision, you know, about it. And you want to do, you know, meta frame as well, which is, you know, if you see a city, take a picture, it goes down to that small little thing. And what is the model of the world to you? You know, this looks like you really see things versus than they actually are. You know, a lot of people have this type of ordeal, and so you want to make sure that the perspective is correct about it. And then you want to have that reality. Simply ask, how do you know that this belief is real? And those are the 14 things that you can help people to overcome their belief limitations. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any questions here. And if there's not any questions, then we can go ahead and end it here today. If you guys are watching this on the replay, I appreciate you guys very much. And like I said at the very beginning, that if you stay to the very end, I will go ahead and give you this free thing. All you need to do is go to 10x-yoursuccess.com and, or yeah, sorry, 10x-yoursuccess.com. And that is going to give you my free ebook that has allowed me to crack the top 10 in my current company of generated leads. I've created over 91 leads in 48 hours, and I've also done 124 leads in a different time, you know, within 72 hours. And this book has really helped me to shape my mindset to get me thinking about the things that, you know, I was kind of talking about today, which is the belief system and the attitude. I can't go around wanting $1 million but being pissed off all the time, because that doesn't work. And so you want to make sure that you have, you know, the right mindset. And this is 10 ways to jumpstart your mind for success. So go to 10x-yoursuccess.com and you can go ahead and get it there. Now, if you want to go ahead and contact me, if you're interested in jumpstarting your business and growing for your profits, you can email me at yourfreedomwaits1@gmail.com. You can Skype me. You can Facebook me. Facebook.com/John Bailey Going Places. Private message me, and go ahead and send me a friend request as well. And go ahead and check out my consciouscreatorblog.com. You're going to see a lot of value that is on there as well. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share screening, and I am going to see if there is any questions here today. So just give me one moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like there's any questions today. If you do have a question later on tonight, feel free to go ahead and private message me, and I'll go ahead and I'll answer that. Or go ahead, click on the link below. It's going to go directly straight to my Facebook, where you're going to, you know, you can go ahead and ask that question in the YouTube channel itself. So I appreciate you guys again today. And this is Jonathan Bailey here from Value Training Webinars. And this is day 11 of my 15. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to talk about something different. You do not want to miss it, because this information is going to help you to stay focused on what you need to focus on, rather than just, you know, coming in online and just hoping it works. If you focus on these 15 things, then you will, you know, be accomplished if you stick to the formula. All right, you guys, again, this is Jonathan Bailey, and I'll see you later. Bye.